This week on The Final FronTia.
It's the greatest television show ever created, ever.
Thomas the Tank Engine dodecahedron head bitch.
An orca whale in the south of France getting wanked off. Have you heard that story?
No. Zack Polanski.
Zack Polanski.
Daddy Zack. Hi.
Hello, Tia.
Hello, welcome to my home.
Oh, it's absolutely delightful. It looks very waterproof.
Do you know what? Okay, we're talking about this now. I recently found out from producer James that these are not shower curtains.
Oh.
This whole time I thought the backdrop was like a cheap shower curtain, but I was chastised because they're actually quite a dense fabric.
They are a dense cotton. They've got a shower curtain top, though.
Yeah, they do. It's the rings. You can't see them, but it is the rings at the top.
Yeah, they look like, you'd hate to have a shower with those.
Yeah.
They get soaked right through.
Yeah, a lot of mold.
Yeah,
it would
mold.
attract a lot of black mold.
Well, I mean, shower curtains get mouldy anyway, which I don't really understand.
We should invent a non-molding shower curtain.
Non-molding shower curtain. Is that not maybe like the glass showers, like a posh shower? When you upgrade to a posh shower, you don't have to deal with mold anymore.
Yeah, that's true. But we need one for the people.
We do.
You know?
Yeah. We need a properly waterproof shower curtain. And I'm asking for £20,000 for 10% of the business. Are you in?
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't believe in showers.
Fair enough. I try this on every single podcast I go on, and no investors yet.
You should. Do you like a bit of Dragon's Den?
No, I actually really don't.
Do you not?
No, I mean, it's one of those things that I'm always confused as to what I'm watching. I'm like, is this a legitimate business program? Am I like watching people kind of humiliate themselves in a way that's a bit different to like your Britain's Got Talents, your X Factors? It's like you're watching someone humiliate themselves who's like invested their life savings in something and getting like publicly humiliated by 5 business people who I'm also not convinced are like that great.
I agree. I'm always like, some of them I'm like, okay, like Hilary Devey with her what is it? Transport, just pallets.
Yes, she's like trucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not a business. Trucks with her massive shoulder pads. R.I.P. I guess. Sorry, we should say R.I.P.
She died.
She died. Yeah.
This is how I found out.
Yeah. Am I breaking it? Do you know?
I think I didn't know.
She's dead. Yeah.
That's really sad.
It is sad because I did. She was one of the ones I liked.
Yeah.
I also quite liked Deborah Meaden. But the other lot, I think, they can get fucked. They're so arrogant.
Deborah Meaden, I always mentally try and picture her and accidentally think of Judy Finnegan. I can't distinguish between the two.
I don't think you need to be honest. I don't think you need to.
Same difference.
Yeah. It'd be, I think maybe slightly more entertaining if it was Judy Finnegan.
Yeah, I mean, she's not investing in anything, probably. I don't know. She might be a millionaire.
Maybe that's what they need to update the format. Add Judy Finnegan in to add a sort of talking element. Replace Deborah Meaden. Then see what happens. I just feel like it's a kind of a format that, like I say, I don't know what it's trying to be. That weird lift. What's the lift all about?
Yeah, very sinister. And
they're
also
not going in a lift, surely.
The host as well.
Yes.
Evan.
What's he called? Evan Davis.
Yeah, because he's like a Radio 4 energy type.
Yes, exactly. He is. Yeah, he does like front row and things. He's like a serious kind of journalist. I guess he's got to have a moneymaker. There's no money in Radio 4. He's probably going to be like, I've got to be the face of this exploitative business program, else I'm not paying my mortgage.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to revamp it so it has a bit more of a like primetime shiny floor energy.
Well, I think the first thing to do is get a heavily cotton shower curtain for the back of the studio.
Yeah.
Thick white cotton.
Because that is luxury.
Exactly. Let's make it look more like your podcast, and I think it's going to fly.
Thank you. And we could get Tess Daly to host it. She's free. She's available.
Is free. Yes, she is free. Tess Daly and Claudia Winkleman moving to Dragon's Den. I saw a funny thing. One of my friends posted on her Instagram stories. I was like, this needs to be more public. But it was like new host reveal, and it was John Turode and Greg Wallace for Strictly, which I thought was brilliant. I thought that was brilliant.
I fell into literally last night. You know when you're just like scrolling Instagram reels and stuff comes up that you're like, algorithm, why did you bring me here?
Yeah.
I end up on a Greg Wallace one. And I was like, I'm going to mute because I don't want to hear you, but I am going to look at the comments.
Oh my God.
And it's just a lot of people, because I didn't listen to it at all, but apparently he was like talking about his recent autism diagnosis.
Oh.
And then all the comments were like, you shouldn't be using an autism diagnosis as an excuse for your behaviour. And he's like, what behaviour? He's just like,
I mean, he's nothing but consistent.
Yeah.
At least he's really sticking to his lawyer's line. He's like, yeah, well, sorry, what behaviour?
Yeah.
Because he denies everything. He's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Everyone takes their pants off. That's his position.
Well, one of the comments was like, it was weird that you said that you weren't wearing underwear when dancing with someone. And he was like, I can't wear underwear because I have autism. And I'm like, wait, you just found this out. So but what do you mean?
This is like a really common thing though, isn't it? When people, it's like Kevin Spacey, I think is probably the most high profile thing where it's like he's accused of all these things and then he's like, I'm gay. And it's like, you can't like use kind of thing, like whether it's a diagnosis or like your sexuality, you can't make it public as an excuse for like past behavior. And I feel like that's exactly what Greg Wallace must have been scrambling around for a diagnosis. Just be please, someone say I've got something.
Just anything.
Anything. Again, his lawyer there with him, briefcase. Like, please, let's get Greg diagnosed with something.
He's just scrolling on TikTok being like, okay, they say I need to like a certain spoon. So I'll say that in the interview. It does feel very much like that.
Yeah. And do you watch his videos? I mean, you said you muted them. But...
No, I have seen none of them. I turn the sound off on that one that came up. I want nothing to do with the man, allegedly. But I just wanted to read the comments because that was calm.
His videos are so funny. Because he's moved, I don't know if you, like I say, you don't watch the videos, but do you know he's moved into the health space? He's moved into this kind of weird, because like a few years ago, he just decided to go to the gym and then he sort of appointed himself this kind of like bloke in his 50s that like if there are any other blokes in their 50s who are also bald and have been accused of sexual assault want to get ripped, then he's your go-to guy. And so he does all these like TikToks and Instagrams where he's like, tonight I'm making broccoli chicken casserole. All you need, a bit of broccoli, you've got your sort of your vitamins, bit of chicken, that's your protein, get a bit of stock. And the meals look fucking dreadful.
That was
shit.
That was a brilliant impression, by the way.
Yeah. I'm also, the balder I get, the better my Greg Wallace gets as well.
Do you think there's a connection?
Yeah, definitely. There's a connection between my voice and my follicles, 100%.
Interesting.
Yeah. But he essentially, for a man who has been the front of a food show, it's a fucking outrage that he is making this shit.
I guess we never saw him cook.
We never did.
On the show.
Wasn't he? He was like pegged as this like market trader, no?
That's allegedly. We don't know.
He was allegedly pegged as he was a market trader, wasn't he? Wasn't that his? Because I've always hated MasterChef. I hate Dragon's Den. I hate MasterChef. I've always hated him. I don't want to, kind of make myself look grand. I was never like, you're a fucking offender, but I was just like, you're a twat. And so I was always like, why is he there? And I think he was there for his, well, actually, you read this when he responded to the BBC. He was like, the BBC hired me as a cheeky chappy. And I'm like, well, yeah, they did, but I think you don't need that in food, do you? You don't need a cheeky chappy involved in food.
No.
So he's never been able to
least of all one who's not wearing pants.
Exactly.
That's so weird.
There's only one thing worse than a cheeky chappy, and it's a pantless cheeky chappy.
Does depend on the cheeky chappy. If it was Danny Dyer, I'd be fine with it. But
that's true.
That's a very niche attraction that I have.
Do you think Danny Dyer wears pants?
I hope the fuck not. In my fantasies, certainly not. That is such a niche thing. I feel like I bring up Danny Dyer all the time because I'm obsessed with him.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's actually quite a good question to ask of a celebrity. Do you think they'd wear pants? I think that says a lot about them.
I think most do. Most people do.
What kind of pants do you think they wear? I think like high-end pants. Uniqlo, they do very good pants.
Very comfy. I think Danny Dyer would wear that really comfy Nike brief. Do you know the one?
You think he's a brief man? Yes, I think you're absolutely right. I think he's a Nike brief man. Brilliant.
This has really taken a turn.
Yeah, this has. I'm sorry, I don't want to go on a tangent.
It's on me thinking about Danny Dyer's cock and balls. That's what just happened.
Who do you think wears the sort of unflexible cotton sort of short, those really baggy ones?
Oh, like that sort of like American vibe one.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe that's like
that's a Lord Sugar pant. That is.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes.
Yeah.
We found your superpower.
It's weird.
That is brilliant. You can identify what kind of pants people are wearing. You're absolutely right. Lord Sugar he's a baggy He's a baggy, unflexible cotton kind of guy.
He is that.
Yeah.
Do you watch The Apprentice?
I used to watch The Apprentice when, so I kind of hate that as well.
I'm gonna stop you there. I love The Apprentice so much.
But why do you love it?
It's my favourite show.
But what? So I think so. Yeah, I find. I mean, it is objectively entertaining. But again, it's a bit like Dragon's Den in that you're like, these people aren't business. Like, I can't believe they're business people. Like, I can't believe they have businesses.
Some are, some aren't. I think is the
You think
vibe.
some are what? As in, like, some are deposited.
Oh, well, I think some are like, I've got an idea for a business, but I work in marketing.
Right.
And then some are like, I've been running this business for 20 years and I want to expand it. And generally speaking, they're the ones that win.
Yeah, but like, I would have to question like a businessman's choice to be like, okay, you know, we've invested this money, we've got it off the ground. Next stop, 9 p.m. BBC One on a Thursday night. I'm just like, is that a business savvy decision?
Well, I think it's just obviously the BBC does not engage in advertising because that would go against the taxpayers' money. But it's free advertising for your business. If they then follow you, they're like, oh, let's find out more about Sarah's boba tea. Like,
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, okay, you've got me there.
So I feel like it's effective from that perspective. And then also, if you win by some miracle, free money and mentorship.
Yes. Would you want Alan Sugar as a mentor?
Absolutely, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever told anyone this, but you seem warm and kind.
Oh.
Season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race, I applied for the first series, didn't get on. I worked so hard on that application for the second series, and I told all my friends, if I do not get put on the second series of the show, I'm applying for The Apprentice.
Oh my God.
That was like my thing. I was like,
the drag gods. Oh my God. That's thank God for that.
Because I had no business experience whatsoever.
What would your business have been?
Don't steal it. So I was going to pitch like...
It's a waterproof shower curtain.
Exactly, that you can use as a backdrop for a podcast. No, I was going to pitch like versatile spaces for like performing art. So like rehearsal spaces that could like also be used as performance, like... You know, that kind of like rake seating that you can like fold back. Like basically black box theatres, but we could pull out some mirrors and a ballet thing.
Interesting. So it would be like the kind of WeWorks of theatre.
That.
That's
so
a very good idea.
You hire it on and off, Lord Sugar's name's attached, Lord Sugar famous for the arts. So yeah, I was like, this is it. I'm going to do it.
That's a really good idea. So it would have the same branding. It would be like you're going to a tier box. Would it be called Tier Box or something like that? Did you have a name?
Maybe Sugars. I don't know.
Sugars. Yeah. Oh, there's a Sugars in Warren Street. If you need a rehearsal space, there's a Sugars in Warren Street.
You hear it.
Yeah.
Steal the man's name. They should do that more. Like, when he's your business partner. Oh, no, it's not business partner anymore. It's just an investment.
Oh, investors.
Yeah. The Apprentice is now just an extremely tiring, long version of Dragon's Den. Dragon's Den, 20 minutes of your life.
That's so true. Also... Something I've realised recently is that I don't know what this says about the producers of The Apprentice or just the general kind of, I don't know, the audience or the format, but there's a lot of like right-wing figures that come out of The Apprentice.
Born of
The Apprentice. Like you've got Katie Hopkins.
She quit.
She quit The Apprentice or quit being Katie Hopkins?
She quit. I wish she would, but she quit The Apprentice. In her original series, she was doing the interview stage, Final 5, and she just went, "Thank you so much. I don't think this is for me," and quit.
She got right through to the end.
Yeah, she probably would have made top 2, but like, hate the now. We can't say hate the beep now. But like at the time, I was like, "That's kind of fierce."
That is wild. Is that a bit like quitting before you're like, you know, the allegations come? You know, a bit like when politicians quit before they're like impeached.
Or maybe she just did it all to get her face out there, and at that point she went, "I fancy being a right-wing grifter."
Yeah, well, this is it. They're all great right-wing grifters. And then there's who's he called? Tom Skinner. Tom Skinner.
Yeah,
he's
Bosch.
another Bosch. Yeah, the original Bosch. As he's called. I think Big John is the original Bosch.
The one and only
the
Bosch.
only Bosch in town. But yeah, Tom Skinner is another one. I'm like, there's, even if it's just those two, I'm like, two kind of neo-Nazi fascists in 20 series is too many.
Yeah, too many.
It's too many. What's happening?
And then to put one other on Strictly, crazy.
I know. Thank God he got out there. Is he the only person in Strictly history to have an affair before Strictly?
I mean, I think probably people did have affairs before Strictly, but like...
Well, I mean, you mean like everyone in the world? Or just put individuals on Strictly?
Maybe a little of column A, a little of column B.
Strictly invented the affair.
I think they started it.
They did.
But like, he pre-Strictly cursed.
Yes.
He prematurely Strictly cursed.
yeah. He had, what would you call that? Premature Strictly affair.
Yeah.
PSA.
Very that.
Yeah. I can't believe he still did it. I think if you have an affair before Strictly, if I were his wife, I'd be like, no fucking chance you're going anywhere near sequins. Those hot dancers, no chance. I reckon they did something with the voting to get him out early.
I think on behalf of his wife, I think she's seen him. I don't think she's worried any of those Strictly dancers are going to go, I want a piece of that thumb-looking right-wing Nazi.
Bosh.
Yeah.
Bosh.
Love a good full English bosh.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But I'm fascinated by your business proposal. I think that's a brilliant business proposal.
I really don't know what's happened. But I mean, a lovely chat.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it very much.
Yeah. So I presented my business proposal to you. You presented your business proposal to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we just need Deborah Meaden, and we've got a full setup.
Or Judy Finnegan.
If either are available.
Can't tell the difference.
No, it's true. Yeah, actually can't.
What shows do you enjoy, other than we've spoken about everything that I love in the world?
I'm obsessed with Severance. Have you seen Severance?
So I watched the first episode.
This happens to me all the time.
Couldn't.
Really. Severance is, I don't want to overdo this, but it's the greatest television show ever created, ever. And everyone I talk to about it has said they've only watched the first episode.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane. Because it's one of those, not like Succession, because Succession, it kind of never picks up pace. I like Succession. Did you see Succession? First episode?
Yeah.
That's understandable. That's understandable because it is quite slow. But Severance, you have to get through it. It's brilliant. Do you know the premise?
I know the premise and was very intrigued by the premise, but could not really succeed with that first episode. So I have watched YouTube videos telling me what happens in the series.
So you know what happens in the series but via YouTube?
The goats. What?
The goats.
The goats.
So someone I spoke to about Severance, who had actually watched past the first episode,
lovely,
knows one of the showrunners or someone who's involved with it.
Oh,
name drop. And basically, they said that the goats and things like that, because it is kind of, the second series especially is very much like, here's a weird thing. And you're like, God, these Severance, these bastards know exactly what they're doing. And this person I spoke to who knows this person involved in the production were like, they just add weird things and they're like, we'll explain this later.
Oh, they're doing a Lost.
They're doing a Lost, exactly. That's exactly what I said. They're doing a Lost, they're sticking a polar bear in there and they're hoping it explains itself. And I'm not sure it will.
No.
So the goat is, weird, spooky. This is inside knowledge to your listeners.
Oh.
They don't know what's happening. They don't know what's going on. Although
exclusive.
This is one person I spoke to. So.
Okay, that is interesting. I feel like that happens with a lot of shows.
Yeah.
And that terrifies me. Because I know with Lost very specifically, they were like, they'll never figure out this is purgatory. And then episode 1, everyone was like, oh, it's purgatory.
Oh my
Apparently
God.
they shat their pants and were like, well, we have to change it.
No.
But I don't know a showrunner, but that's why.
I also don't. I know
that's what I heard on Twitter.
So actually, I'm so glad you brought up Lost because I was racking my brains about what kind of thing I was obsessed with kind of as a kid. And so I grew up in Cyprus. So my parents still live in Cyprus. And there's a 2-hour time difference. So we're 2 hours ahead in Cyprus.
Okay.
So I only really realised coming back to the UK for like university and now living in London, how much kind of cultural capital I missed out on simply because of the time difference.
Oh.
So something on at 9 p.m, we're talking 11 p.m. Cody's in bed. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually missed out on a lot of stuff, but the Lost train I got involved on, but I had to wait for the DVDs to come out. So I think I had a 3-year lag with everyone else, but I would love to talk more about Lost is what I'm getting at.
For the benefit of the Gen Z listeners at home, a DVD is Netflix, but in physical form. I genuinely have no idea if they know that. Not a clue.
It's true. Yeah, I would barely recognize a DVD, to be honest, even these days.
We wouldn't even be able to play them.
No, we wouldn't.
That's
we
so
actually
sad.
can't. Imagine the embarrassment of going to like a Curry's and asking for a DVD player. That's humiliating.
That is quite.
That's humiliating.
You'd have to get. Would you even be able to get one? You'd have to get like a PlayStation 2 from CEX.
You would. They'd have to go in the back. They'd have to get a special key. They'd have to wade through all of the rocks and go and get you a bashed up old PS2. I mean, the iPads, the tablets are perfect vessels for DVDs.
Oh,
they just need to put a little slit in it.
Yeah.
Stick the DVD in. They knew.
I think there's more to it.
There might be some hardware or software or something. But that, like, really, it's a strange choice to get rid of the DVD, if you ask me.
It's our new business plan. A tablet DVD player.
Oh my God.
Wait, that's quite fierce.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to change the design of the tablet or anything. It's so small. The world's smallest DVD player.
Mm-hmm.
That is brilliant.
And we're like, you don't have to worry about storage on your device because it's outside of the device.
Yes.
We market it like it's new.
That's brilliant. That is so good. And you can be like, we could make little cases for the DVD players. It's like a vinyl. Vinyl's coming back. We need a nice leather box for the DVDs. It'd be like an old-fashioned jukebox. You go through it, pick them out, stick them in your tablet. It's past meets future.
Feels very like, what's it called? Retrofuturism.
Retrofuturism.
I
think that's a brilliant idea.
Me too. So you like Lost?
I love Lost.
Yeah.
I love Lost. But I am fascinated by this idea that everyone cracked what it was. Because you see, I've always thought that they were like, because I heard they got cancelled. I heard they expected it to be like 300 series, and they were like, after 5, they were like, this has to be the last one.
Yeah.
There are too many polar bears involved. There are too many questions. Everyone's confused. And I thought they were then like, just make it purgatory. I just make it that they're all dead. I thought that was like a lazy explanation. I didn't realise it was from the off. They're all dead and it's purgatory.
So the premise was they're all dead and it's purgatory, but everyone figured it out. So they were like, we need to change this. So the end, I believe the end was, do you remember they did those flash sideways?
Yeah.
Where you were seeing their real life?
Yeah.
That was in fact meant to be purgatory and the island was meant to be real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the island was meant to be real?
Mm-hmm.
So we're led to believe they all survived a major plane crash.
They did, yeah.
But they couldn't get off the island to the real world.
Because the magic was real. And then all the stuff that seemed normal in those flash sideways was just them trying to figure out how to get to that church of all religions at the end. Which, by the way, I fully acknowledge it was an insane way to end the show.
Crazy.
But I have rewatched it 3 times in my life. And I've cried every single time.
Really?
Like bawling even thinking about it now, I feel like
really?
It really gets me.
It's just when it goes to white, no? Doesn't it just go to white?
It's a lot of the elements of it. I just like it's not good. I know it's not good.
Are you sure your tears are like of sadness, or is it sadness for the story or the badness?
It's like firstly, I do generally cry when like TV shows end. I think it's some sort of childhood trauma. We don't need to get into that.
Okay.
But this one specifically, like they go into the church and there's symbols of all. I'm gonna cry. I'm actually gonna cry.
No.
There's like symbols of all religions, and like all his friends are there for his like passage into the afterlife, and he's like ready, and I'm like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice.
Terribly written, but it's like beautiful.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, I only watched it once. It was like the thing I watched with my mum, and we'd wait for it to come out on DVD, which we put into a machine that isn't a tablet.
No,
but soon will be. I did love it, but there are so many questions still left that still bother me. Like, is the polar bear dead? Is the polar bear from like the Arctic, and it's in purgatory? Is that why there was a polar bear?
No, because the island's real, so the polar bear's real.
Oh,
they just had a zoo in the 70s with the Dahmer Initiative. Because they were testing.
God, you have watched it 3 times. Yeah,
I know.
I love the Dahmer Initiative stuff.
That was good.
That was good. I was like, there's something weird going on here. But so what's the Dahmer Initiative?
Well, I will say the 3rd time I rewatched it, I actually just watched the 1st and last episodes of the season. Still works.
Really?
Everything that happens in the middle, nonsense.
I mean, maybe that's a sign. That's a classic American TV show, isn't it? I think that's a good sign, actually, of you've got yourself a classic. You can pick up wherever you want. Everything that happens in the middle is guff.
Sometimes you do need there are some seasons where there's a mid-series finale. You do have to get that middle episode as well.
Yes. What is there one that sticks in mind? The mid-season finale.
I think Charlie's. I'm on your podcast. We really.
I'm sorry.
I think Charlie drowning.
Yeah.
That was
mid-season.
Not Penny's boat. I think that was mid-season.
Yes, that was good, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, it is. Dominic, the actor who played Charlie, went on to star in AMC's Moonhaven with a girl called Emma McDonald, who I went to university with.
Wow. You're name dropping now.
You heard of Moonhaven? I'm not sure it's a big for me, but I love brilliant actress and deserve.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of Moonhaven.
No.
Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, yeah, it's all coming together.
I have a podcast though.
I do podcast, yes.
But
so
it's probably more there's more ground substance in this.
Absolutely not.
I'm table right now.
Absolutely not. So it's called The Truth Among. I ask a guest news headlines I think we should all be talking about, but for some, whether that's because the news site kind of kicked it out or whether because they've got a weird taste in something. So it's kind of, if you're interested in the news, you don't want to kind of podcast like the news agent ram it down your throat. The podcast, yeah.
Don't threaten me with
ramming down your throat.
We have taken a twist.
So yeah, that's a podcast.
That's how, so is it like sort of obscure the table?
It can be, yeah. So I ask the guests. I mean, some guests bring kind of the big news stories that dominate our headlines. You know, the Gazas, the Ukraines, the big
Stephen
hitters.
Fry getting kicked out of Traitors.
Exactly. Yeah. Stephen Fry getting kicked out of Traitors. I hadn't watched that episode, but that's fine.
I'm so sorry. Back to
but yeah, we have some other obscure ones. My friend Alex Haddo, she brought a story about an orca whale in the south of France getting wanked off.
Oh,
have you heard that story?
No.
Yeah, so there's an aquatic centre in the south of France that have a mummy orca and a son orca, but it's closed down because no one's kind of going to that. I also talked to Chris Hall last episode about this exact thing. The one in Canada's also shut down because we're not going to whale sanctuaries anymore, which means there are a lot of randy orcas left.
Oh my God.
And there was some drone footage found of these French kind of trainers having to wank off the son orca so it didn't have sex with its already inbred mother. So we get a lot of stories like that, if you're into that kind of thing. It's not all like that. I feel like those were cut to extremes, Gaza and wanking off orcas. There is a nice middle ground.
There is, yeah. I sense that very much. I don't know how to feel about that because obviously they're helping the orca, but
yeah, they sort of are. Then there was, I mean, honestly, very interesting intrigue. If your listeners want to hear more, there's a lot of angles to this because there was they were accused, the trainers, of collecting the spunk and trying to ship it off to China in order to breed, but that's not legal because the baby's too inbred. Basically, human beings are really bad. We do a lot of terrible things to animals. Like, you think the treatment is bad. It turns out we're genetically engineering them to be so inbred that they can't. That's why we can't just let them free, because they just, I don't know what would happen. They'd sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
They need like a nice, clean, tiled pool. They're genetically modified for that. As soon as they get waves and sea life, they'd freak out if they saw a turtle. They wouldn't be able to exist.
Honestly, your stream of conscious monologues are so good. I'm like, oh, this is really enjoyable. That has really sold me on listening to the podcast.
Please listen to the podcast if you're into orcas. And not, maybe specifically if you're
also
not.
Just the news and stuff.
Also just the news, yeah. I love this kind of, yeah, it's want to kind of going on in a more funny and entertaining than simply watching.
So that's like quite, like, I guess, a more like political angle.
Yes. It's quite political. I mean, it's a podcast.
Well, yeah.
It's a left, obviously.
You're talking to me on homosexual, so
exactly.
I assumed...
Lefty.
Yeah.
Guest brings their own here as you learn a little bit about, about their tastes, about their interests.
I'm trying to think of what...
Bring.
I don't know.
I'd love to...
Fierce.
Yes. Okay, fantastic.
I do something Zack Polanski related.
Nice.
So I'm really trying to make it him Daddy Zack.
I love Daddy Zack.
Subtly into the world.
I've asked Daddy Zack to be on it.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. He put me into the leader's office. I saw you did a podcast recently.
I did.
How was that?
Wonderful. We had a wonderful... I sprung on that I was going to apply for their, like, they have a sort of residential, like, councillors and MP.
Hey.
And I did the application, like that I'd done the application, and I got rejected from it a week later. Rude.
Oh no!
Dunno.
Is this like RuPaul's Drag over again?
Very that.
Did you to it?
No.
This would be perfect because like the reform was accusing that drag queens are just teachers are all drag queens now.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect candidate to go up against Lee Anderson in his constituency, a Green Party drag queen. I think they've really let it slip, not letting you in.
I mean, I would personally, out of choice, like to go up against Wes Streeting.
Okay, fine.
Only, right, on the basis that there's a wonderful independent candidate in the Ilford North area who was just 500 votes behind Wes last time.
Yes.
In the event that she is standing again, my loves, the Greens, don't field a candidate in that area, please.
Really?
I'll go out on foot and campaign for her because I would rather her. Probably should have looked up more about her politics, actually. She could be...
She's a member of the BNP,
Yeah,
but she's very, very stylish. She's very fashionable.
Just anything's better than Wes.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So are you pals with her? Why do you want to vote for the Independent?
To be honest, I dislike Wes so much. I realised
I see, because she came to unseating him.
She came to unseating him. She was an independent. I'm intrigued as to why an independent candidate would get an odd votes in that area.
That's true. That's
but I do think she's probably representative of the area than Wes.
Yeah.
I need to into her politics.
Yeah.
But she fierce and educated.
Gotcha.
She had lovely makeup. So I inherently trusted her and was like, yeah.
I think that's great. She sounds like she would be a member of, not to get reductive, sounds like she'd be a member of your party. That's the Independent.
Is anyone a member of your party?
So because they were an independent alliance,
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Corbyn and I think 4 MPs who basically beat Labour
Mm-hmm.
candidates over Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
And they became a little independent group, which when Zara Sultana joined, they became your party. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why that group don't like Zara Sultana, because they were kind of a group before. Roughly.
Is that what happened?
Pretty much. I mean, I
thought it was because Zara had a full mentee bee and just said, I probably shouldn't accuse people of having mental health breakdown.
That's so interesting how it happened.
A moment.
Oh, really?
Well, because she sent out the join the party and they were like, lol, joke.
So I think what happened is there were these 4 MPs plus Corbyn.
Mm-hmm.
These 4 MPs are all Muslim men
Mm-hmm.
who, again, stood in solidarity with Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
They're slightly more socially conservative
Mm-hmm.
than Zara Sultana.
Mm-hmm.
So there's kind of questions about... whereas Zara Sultana is very pro-trans rights,
Mm-hmm.
these other 4 MPs, because of their sort of Muslim background, are less comfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's already a kind of some friction. And then on top of that, Jeremy Corbyn is a terrible leader. Like I approve of his politics, but he's very like Westminster bubbly. Like I heard that group were like leaking stories about Zara Sultana to like the Daily Mail. Like it's very insider Westminstery. They're all like a bit bitchy. So I think it was less Zara Sultana actually, and more Corbyn being tribalistic, like the left always are.
And so also your party, I guess, aren't really that much of a lefty liberal party.
No, it's a good question. I think no. Yeah, I mean, they're clearly not right. I think they're very economically left-wing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a conversation people aren't having about the other MPs in the group who might not have as socially liberal views as people think they do.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, the main... I mean, I guess that's the success of Zara Sultana and Jeremy Corbyn being having this massive public spat, is that people kind of just think it's those two. But actually, there's 4 other MPs that you might not agree with.
That's so fair. And also, in addition to that, I feel like everyone sort of jumped on a bandwagon because there was a lot of hype around it. Meanwhile, elsewhere, I was still with Zack. Daddy Zack.
Well, this is what I mean. People are now I'm seeing more and more stuff online about people being like, you know what? I thought your party was a great idea, but you kind of fucked it up very early on. So now just shut up and join the Greens. And that's pretty much everyone's position now. It's like, shut up, join the Greens. We don't need another left-wing party. We've got the Greens. They're very progressive, especially with Daddy Zack.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely economically progressive. Get on board. You're not doing anything different.
No, well, I mean, potentially they might be doing things differently, which is being less liberal.
Or potentially that. Yeah. That's true.
That's really interesting. On that note, I feel like we have come towards the end
oh, no.
of the podcast. But before you go, we like to play a game.
Oh, yes.
And the game is never the same.
Okay.
With each person. And I haven't come up with a title for this game, but I will explain to you what it is.
Great.
You know, on TikTok, you love a bit of TikTok.
I love a bit of TikTok.
You love a bit of TikTok. You know, on TikTok, when you have those people, like someone's talking to someone and they're like, Nicole Kidman or Viola Davis.
Yes.
We're going to do that.
Yeah.
But with politicians.
Oh, yes.
Keir Starmer or West Streeting?
You said it was easy.
Keir Starmer. I think Keir Starmer.
I obviously am going to say Keir Starmer because West Streeting is, to quote Thomas the Tank Engine, dodecahedron head bitch. I just can't stand a gay who turns his back on the rest of the letters in the alphabet.
Amen to that. Producer James, that's very hard. That is an extremely hard opening one.
No, that's not my favourite thing that I've ever said. I Keir Starmer, because he just seems a bit soppy at the moment.
Yeah, I think Keir Starmer's just an incompetent technocrat. I don't think he's governed by any ideology. He's just like, how do I fucking run this country? He's trying to run it like a department. Do you know what I mean? He's like, fucking this isn't working out and fuck that. Did you see him call a cat a prick?
I did not see that.
Not enough people are talking about this. There was a Pride of Britain event, and this incredibly sweet disabled young girl, she must have maybe been like 8 or 9, and he was sat next to her, and she was like, how's the cat doing? He's talking about the cats at number 10, and he's like, yes, the cats are really good. There's a couple of kittens. There's a blue-eyed prick, a kitten. Just straight out with the prick. And I'm like, what were you trying to say?
Was this year or last year?
This was 2 days ago.
Okay, this is this year's Pride of Britain.
Yeah.
Because at last year's Pride of Britain, when they actually invited me, he was also there. And he walked all the way around the back with his security detail. And I very loudly said from my table, you're a twat.
Was he Prime Minister then?
Yeah,
okay. Keir Starmer or Zack Polansky?
Zack Polansky.
Daddy Zack.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Zack Polansky or Zara Sultana?
Daddy
Zack.
Zack.
Yeah,
Zack Polansky. Sure. I think Zara should just join him.
Yeah.
Just join him, girl.
Yeah.
Zack Polansky or Sadiq Khan?
Zack Polansky.
I do quite like Sadiq, though.
I think that nightlife is on the decline and that should be considered more.
Zack Polansky or Michael Gove?
Oh.
Zack Polansky.
It's a toughie.
My answer's always going to be...
yeah, it's got to be Daddy Zack.
Well, forever Daddy Zack.
I saw Michael Gove on a train the other day, in first class, obviously, and he was sat on a table seat. He had both of his palms down on the table, and he was just staring straight ahead. It was like he was doing a fucking seance or something, and he was pale as fuck.
Oh.
So I think he's channeling some kind of dark energy.
Like a laptop on standby.
Exactly like that. Yeah, like a cursed laptop on standby.
Zack Polansky or Jacob Rees-Mogg?
Oh, that is tricky.
It's Zack Polansky.
He's going to be Zack Polansky.
I fully thought that... Anyway, yeah.
What would be the hard one? Is there anyone that could replace Zack Polansky?
For me, just speaking for myself as a homosexual, it would be Zack Polansky or Liverpool Lib Dem Council leader Carl Cashman. Put a picture of Carl on screen now. In fact, I'll show you.
I don't know who that is.
No, you'll understand my dilemma when I said... I don't even have to go on his Instagram. I have a photo saved from yesterday. You understand the dilemma. Just very hunky man.
I understand the dilemma. Yeah. He's a councillor.
Yeah. He's the leader of the council.
Right.
He's a Lib Dem.
Right.
Just very hunky man.
Good God, that's crazy. How can you be the leader of a council and be that ripped? How do you have the time?
Just runs it very efficiently, I guess.
He's literally lifting the council up.
Yeah.
I think that's how he gets that. Is that an 8-pack?
Too many to count.
Wild. So what you're saying is the only person to rival the progressive ideological agenda of the Green Party is a good-looking Lib Dem.
I would say, and I would say this without hesitation, that...
I'm sensing a lot of hesitation.
The majority of cis gay men, while loving the progressive politics, would be slightly distracted by a straight Caucasian man with pecs.
Okay, I understand.
And I think that's probably a bad thing. But at least I'm honest.
Yeah, you're nothing but honest. Yeah.
The answer's Zack Polansky.
Zack Polansky.
Wait, what was your debate there? Who would you choose as a rival Like, who would make you go,
I don't know, actually. I mean, I'm quite, as much as I consider myself quite political, I'm quite fickle. I choose from, I think there's an element of, not to get wanky, but I think there's an element of pragmatism where I'm like, okay, here are the people who I've got to choose from. Like, there's no point in thinking of a kind of fictional, I think that's what Labour did when Jeremy Corbyn lost. We want Corbyn. No, we want Corbyn. And I'm like, that's lost a general election. Like, you've got to have someone that can. So I don't. There is anyone like Zack Polanski's there. He's great. I think Zack. I can't think of a rival.
I think I would have if it had been because
really
just think you have a little more reverence for people who have paved the way.
Yes. Okay.
No matter how you feel about them in present day.
Yeah,
like she's been an MP. She's the longest currently in Parliament, I believe.
Yeah.
The first black.
I know, incredible.
Was she? She was a black woman.
She was
the first black.
Yes.
The first black one.
The first black woman.
First black woman.
I know,
unbelievably fierce.
Yeah.
And there was that one time was drinking a gin and tonic. That is relatable.
Absolutely. That's her whole campaign, I think. She's forever stuck in the public as a diva. Yeah,
as well.
I'm sure she is incredibly nice.
And you should join the Greens as well.
She
Everyone should.
Yeah, everyone Greens.
For joining me.
Thank you. This is incredible. This was such a delight.
I was just looking. Like, can you just stop talking, please? End of the podcast.
Oh no! Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's been wonderful.
I've loved reliving mid-season
and talking about Zack Polanski
and talking about Daddy Zack. Of course.